December 2025. Tesla just dropped a financing bombshell that's rewriting retirement math. Federal EV credits died September 30th. Car payments averaged $734 per month nationwide. And most retirees thought affordable electric vehicles were finished. Then leaked Giga Texas production schedules revealed something extraordinary. Model 2 mass production starting Q1 2026 with $149 per month payments, zero federal subsidies required. How is this possible when everyone else raised prices after losing tax credits? Here's the truth. Wall Street doesn't want you calculating. Tesla discovered 3 financial engineering methods that survived the federal credit collapse. And these aren't theoretical. Nissan, Hyundai, and Kia are using identical strategies right now to move inventory. The first one involves a legal loophole inside the IRS commercial leasing code that most Americans don't know exists. When the $7,500 federal EV credit died on September 30th, personal buyers lost access completely. But commercial leasing companies, they retain full credit eligibility under Section 45W of the tax code. Tesla Financial Services structures Model 2 leases as commercial transactions, captures that $7,500, then passes savings directly to you through reduced monthly payments. This isn't new. It's the exact methodology Korean and Japanese automakers deployed after personal tax credits became income restricted in early 2024. But here's where Tesla's approach gets aggressive. They're combining this with 2 additional strategies that compound the savings exponentially. What happens when you stack 3 separate discount mechanisms simultaneously? While Washington cut funding, state governments moved opposite directions. California expanded their clean vehicle rebate program in November 2025. Now offering $2,000 to $4,500 based on household income, specifically targeting middle-class and retired families. Colorado maintained their $5,000 credit untouched despite federal changes. Massachusetts actually increased their rebate from $2,500 to $3,500 in October, recognizing that retirees represent their fastest-growing EV demographic. New Jersey took a different approach entirely, eliminating sales tax on EVs under $55,000, saving approximately $850 per transaction. New York, Oregon, and Washington continue programs ranging from $2,000 to $2,500. What's fascinating here is the political calculation. These states recognize that federal withdrawal created competitive opportunity to attract EV manufacturing and jobs. But there's something curious about the timing. Why did 6 states expand EV incentives within 60 days of federal credits ending? This third mechanism is where financial institutions reveal what they genuinely believe about Tesla's long-term value. When banks calculate lease payments, they project what your vehicle will be worth in 36 months. Higher projected resale value means lower monthly payments for you today. According to recent analyst reports from Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, financial institutions are calculating Model 2 residual values 18 to 20% higher than comparable gas vehicles. Why this confidence? Tesla's battery chemistry projects longer functional lifespan than competing EVs. Their production stability has improved dramatically since Model 3 launch chaos, and used Tesla demand has remained consistently strong even as competitors struggled. Banks are essentially betting that in 2029, your used Model 2 will be worth significantly more than a 2029 Honda Civic. If they're wrong, they absorb the financial loss, not you. So what does this confidence signal about Tesla's engineering versus traditional automakers? Let's cut through marketing promises and calculate real numbers based on 36-month lease, $2,000 down payment, current interest rate environment. California, Colorado, New Jersey, Massachusetts, $149 to $179 monthly. These states combine commercial lease credit capture with substantial state incentives, creating the lowest entry point. New York, Oregon, Washington, $179 to $199 monthly. Strong state programs, but slightly less aggressive than Tier 1 states. Remaining 43 states, $189 to $229 monthly. You're primarily benefiting from commercial lease credit and residual value projections without major state subsidies. Put this in perspective. The average American cable, internet, and streaming package costs $217 monthly, according to Consumer Reports data. You'd be driving modern electric transportation for less than entertainment services. For retirees managing Social Security plus modest pension, this becomes genuinely accessible without sacrificing quality of life. But here's the uncomfortable question. Why hasn't GM, Ford, or Stellantis figured out this exact same strategy? Industry analysts, automotive journalists, and YouTube creators are repeating Tesla's optimistic projections without questioning them. Let me give you the realistic schedule based on actual production data, supplier contracts, and Tesla's historical performance record. Q1 2026, January through March. Official unveiling is widely expected at Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, likely January 9th. If current Giga Texas production ramp continues, initial mass manufacturing could commence late February or early March. But understand this clearly. Early production units always go to Tesla employees and automotive media for real-world testing and review content creation. You're not receiving a vehicle during this period. Q2 2026, April through June. Showroom demonstration units arrive at Tesla retail locations nationwide. You'll finally see actual vehicle instead of computer renderings, test drive it, evaluate interior quality, confirm whether specifications match promises. This is when reality either validates or destroys the hype. Q3 2026, July through September. First customer deliveries begin with priority given to California and Texas reservation holders who reserved earliest. If you reserve in December 2025 or January 2026, this represents your most realistic delivery window. Q4 2026, October through December. Production reaches full volume capacity with deliveries expanding systematically to all 50 states. Now add the reality buffer. 4 to 8 weeks delay if battery suppliers or semiconductor manufacturers encounter constraints. Tesla has improved production ramp capabilities substantially since Model 3 challenges, but global supply chains remain unpredictable, particularly with ongoing U.S.-China trade tensions affecting raw material access. Industry analysts project approximately 1 million units annually by 2028, potentially making this Tesla's highest volume vehicle. But here's what matters practically. Tesla's competitive position in post-tax credit America depends entirely on this launch succeeding flawlessly. They cannot afford quality issues that damage reputation like early Model X Falcon wing doors or Model 3 panel gaps. Simultaneously, they cannot afford extended delays while BYD and other Chinese manufacturers aggressively expand into global markets with sub-$15,000 EVs. Every month of postponement costs potential market share. So what's the smart move? Reserve early, expect Q3 to Q4 2026 delivery. Consider yourself fortunate if it arrives sooner. Don't plan critical life decisions around spring promises. Plan for late summer or fall and avoid disappointment. If you're over 55, you've heard concerning stories that kept millions of practical buyers out of the EV market. Batteries degrading significantly after 5 to 7 years, potential $15,000 replacement costs, failures in Minnesota winters, occasional thermal events in parking structures. Those concerns were legitimate given early EV technology limitations. But battery chemistry has evolved dramatically in the past 24 months, and most Americans haven't updated their understanding. Model 2 launches with Tesla's latest LFP graphene battery chemistry featuring specifications that fundamentally alter the economics. 55 kilowatt-hour capacity targeting 330 to 350 miles of real-world range. Not EPA test cycle fantasy numbers, but actual mixed highway and city driving. 20-minute charging capability from 10% to 80% at Tesla's V4 supercharger network. That's one bathroom break and coffee stop. 3,000 plus charge cycles before meaningful degradation, projecting to approximately 15 years of typical daily driving or 450,000 plus miles. Enhanced temperature performance tested from minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit in upper Midwest conditions to 115 degrees Fahrenheit in Southwest summers, maintaining consistent performance across extreme environments. Translate this into money staying in your retirement savings. If you drive 12,000 miles annually at current average U.S. electricity rates, projected annual energy cost would be $540 to $600. Compare that to roughly $2,400 for conventional sedan averaging 30 miles per gallon at $3.50 per gallon. You're saving $1,800 to $1,860 every single year. Over 10 years, that's $18,000 to $18,600 remaining in your accounts instead of going to fuel companies. But what if electricity rates increase significantly due to grid infrastructure challenges or regional energy policy changes? Here's where Tesla's long-term strategy reveals something fascinating that traditional automakers haven't figured out yet. According to Tesla's published research roadmap and broader industry R&D trends, aluminum-ion battery technology could become commercially available around 2027 to 2028 as potential upgrade option. This technology offers 700-plus mile range capability on a single charge, Los Angeles to San Francisco and back without stopping. It provides 10,000-plus charge cycles, essentially a battery system that could outlast the vehicle itself. Industry analysts project estimated costs of $3,000 to $4,000 for aftermarket upgrade kits if technology matures as expected. Tesla's modular battery architecture design suggests they're planning for future upgrade paths with potential compatibility. Think about the strategic approach. You purchase the proven affordable version in 2026, and if technology develops as researchers project, you could upgrade to extended range in 2 to 3 years without buying entirely new vehicle. Traditional automakers design cars as fixed configurations. Once you buy it, that's what you own permanently. Tesla appears to be designing Model 2 as a platform that evolves with technology improvements. But here's the uncomfortable question this raises. If upgrade paths are truly viable, does that mean current battery technology is intentionally conservative to ensure upgrade market exists later? General Motors canceled the $30,000 Equinox EV promotion after losing federal credits. Ford delayed the affordable EV lineup indefinitely. Stellantis hasn't even announced an entry-level EV strategy for the American market. Meanwhile, BYD is preparing to enter the United States with vehicles potentially priced at $12,000 to $14,000 if tariff negotiations proceed as industry analysts expect. Tesla recognized something competitors missed. The company that solves affordable EV access in post-subsidy America controls the next decade of automotive market share. Everyone else raised prices or delayed production after September 30th. Tesla engineered a financial strategy to maintain accessibility regardless of federal policy changes. That's either brilliant strategic planning or desperate attempt to maintain growth rates during margin compression. Which interpretation is correct might determine whether 149 monthly payments last 6 months or 6 years. So here's exactly why Tesla engineered this strategy while competitors froze. They recognized the company that solves affordable EV access in post-subsidy America controls the next decade of market share. The $149 monthly payment isn't charity, it's calculated aggression. By stacking commercial lease credits, state incentives, and residual value confidence, they've created entry-level accessibility that traditional automakers can't match without restructuring their entire financial model. This represents something bigger than one vehicle launch. We're witnessing the exact moment when electric transportation transitions from luxury consideration to mainstream necessity. When retirees on fixed income can afford cutting-edge technology for less than cable bills, the adoption curve doesn't just accelerate, it goes vertical. And this is just the beginning. By Q4 2026, when Model 2 reaches full production volume, every automaker will be forced to answer one question: how do you compete when Tesla redefined what affordable means? Here's what I want to know. If you're over 55 and you've been waiting for EVs to make financial sense, does $149 to $229 monthly finally cross that threshold for you? Drop your state in the comments. Let's see where these payments hit hardest. This is Tesla Zone, and we break down the strategies reshaping transportation and technology. If you want analysis that connects financial engineering to real-world impact, you know where to find us. The EV revolution just became accessible. The question now isn't whether it happens, it's how fast everyone else catches up.